I'm Fabrice Ilunga and welcome to Congo Discovery, where you can find out about business investment opportunities, culture, sport, Congo, and all about Congolese diaspora. Hi Vava.
Hello.
Thanks for coming. Yeah?
Hi.
How you doing today?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah. Today we want to know about the Congo. What's your experience about the Congo? Can you just tell us more about your experience?
Right. The Congo is a country with 1,000 years old history.
Yes.
People often describe the Congo as the heart of Africa. I often define it as the liver of Africa. Without the Congo, Africa cannot breathe.
Okay.
It's the only country in Africa that touches both the north, the east, the west, and the south.
Okay.
And what that essentially means is that development in the south, in South Africa, cannot be linked to development in the north, in Egypt or Algeria, without passing through the Congo. So you need a functioning Congo, you need the Congo for Africa to go forward. So it's the key for a better Africa, for the renewal of the African continent.
Okay. I heard there's so many cultures there. How many cultures do you think there is in the Congo?
Well, the word culture, it's sort of...
Tribes, I can say tribes, languages.
Well, there are some 250 different tribes in Congo. The most spoken languages are Swahili, Lingala, Kikongo, and Chiluba, and French.
Okay.
And you find Swahili, for instance, is spoken throughout the eastern part of Congo, central part of the Congo, and as well as southern part of the Congo. So in the Kivus and in Kisangani, as well as in the Lubumbashi areas.
Okay.
And then you have Kikongo, which is spoken in the western part of the Congo, so Bandundu, Bakongo, and Kinshasa. And then you have Chiluba, which is also spoken in some part of central Congo, so Katanga and Bujimai and so forth. Okay, and Lingala, which is spoken in the west, in the sort of northwest of the Congo, in the Equateur part of the Congo.
Well, so how many languages do you speak?
I speak Lingala, I speak some Swahili, I speak French, which every Congolese does. I'm in the process of learning some Chilubo, some Kikongo, so I haven't made up my mind yet which one I'm going to learn.
You got so many choices out there, right?
Yes.
I just want to know about the future of the Congo. What do you think the future of Congo will be?
Well, Congo is a country that has suffered a lot in the past. I mean, from the 20th century under Leopold II, then under Mobutu, and then now. We got, in spite of that history, in spite of the killings and so forth, it's a country that has a pink future, if I may say.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is that the Congo is the only country in Africa, for instance, that has more diamonds, more gold, more coltan, more copper, more cobalt than any other country in Africa. Congo alone has more than half of all the rivers in Africa. More than half of all the rivers in Africa. Congo alone has the potential to provide light from Cape to Cairo, to the whole African continent, as well as part of the southern and Europe continent, the Middle East. Okay. And Congo alone has enough fertile land to feed the whole of Central African region, as well as Southern African region. Okay. So the potential of that country, it's amazing, it's great. It's great. I mean, there is a sort of cultural saying in Congo, which was that when God was creating the world and he was sort of giving some gold and diamond here and there and so forth, so he was tired somehow, and so he decided, I'm gonna sleep over in Congo, and then in the morning I'll just continue go to in Zimbabwe and so forth. Yeah. And when he stayed over the night, essentially what happened is the bag of blessing was opened, and all the blessings simply, were falling on the ground. So Congo, we have essentially everything. So the potential of that country, the future of that country remains bright. However, that future actually rests on what we do today and tomorrow. And that's the ironies of the Congolese history.
Interesting. So what's your advice to the young Congolese living in the UK, here in the UK?
Well, the first thing is there needs to be a recognition of that I am Congolese not by accident. I am Congolese because of the actions of men and women who took on the mighty Belgian army in the 1960s.
Okay.
So I am Congolese because of what the Lumumba and Papa Kimbangu did. So that's the first thing to recognize. And what I often tell people is what it is that we want to bequeath to those who would come after us, and what kind of Congo do you want to hand over to those who would come long after we depart. Okay. So that's the second thing. Essentially, what needs to be done is that all of us, everyone, needs to contribute whatever you can, whether you're a musician, whether you are a poet, whether you're a carpenter or a doctor or a teacher. Bring your tiny bit of skills to that project and help save the Congo. And that's the thing. And personally, on a personal level, one of the reasons what keeps me going in this talking about the Congo so much is that it's rather a question, which is when this conflict which has been engulfing the Congo is over, when the death toll in Congo is finally known, when the number of people raped is also known, when the number of people affected with HIV/AIDS also become public, will I be happy with what I have done to help? And that's the question every Congolese need to ask himself.
Wow.